This month marks the 20th anniversary of Nirvana's In Utero, the follow-up to their breakthrough Nevermind. But while Kurt Cobain was at the height of his popularity, Nirvana's sound, like the lead single Heart-Shaped Box, were exploring darker themes.
Joan was the first one that turned me onto that record. She was in the back of a tour bus before that record even came out.
It really cut through all of the other music that I had been introduced to in the rock world.
Some people would have liked to hear a glossy type of album, and the fact that they didn't do that is badass.
In Utero was the third and final studio album from Nirvana, coming almost 2 years after Smells Like Teen Spirit, making grunge a household name and Seattle the center of alternative rock. Raised on punk ethos, Kurt was tormented by the shock of success. When it was time to get into the studio, they teamed up with super producer Steve Albini and headed to Minnesota for some privacy and to strip themselves of the corporate culture they could no longer avoid in LA and Seattle.
They thought of themselves as a band, like all their friends were in bands and like the kind of bands that they would go to see as fans. They decided to make a record on their own in a very sort of concentrated and efficient way, rather than being part of the label mechanism of spending a lot of money in big fancy studios.
I just heard a great quote from Kurt Cobain about that record, and he said, "All the f***ers and wimps that like Nevermind are gonna hate this record," which I thought was a great way to go into a new record.
It's not about overdubs and layering and all those sorts of things. That album probably caught the moment the best, in the sense of basically was about 3 guys in a room killing it.
In less than 2 weeks, the band recorded 12 monumental tracks that are as relevant today as when they first came out.
Kurt Cobain is obviously like just an icon forever and ever, and they've lived on this long and they still mean so much to so many people.
It was unexpected and really emotionally raw, and there weren't a lot of radio hits on it, and I really think that was Kurt's poison letter to the world.